Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Jesus here, Cartooners. Today we're working on a GT Stinger. Today we're gonna do NGT Catless downpipes. Real simple. Let's get to it. Alright, the first step we're going to do, we're going to take off these heat shields. Now once you take off this heat shield, it gives you access to the downpipes. You can see all the nuts and bolts from there. Should be just 4 all around them. Here's one. Alright, so the next step we will do is add PB Blaster to the nuts, just to break down the rust a bit. And the reason we do that, it's just you have a higher chance of the bolt snapping because of heat, and it just breaks it down a little bit easier to remove. Alright, so our next step we're going to do is remove the driver's side heat shield. First step we're going to do is just try to get this transmission ECU out. What you do is just push down on that tab and it should go out real easy, just so you have a little bit more room. I just tuck it back right there. And we take off these 4 10mm bolts or nuts. There we go. I'll just put this to the side. Alright, here's the heat shield, and now there's 3 10mm bolts. You have one right here, one right there, and then you have a bottom one, which probably that's gonna be your most difficult one to get, but should be very simple with the mountain wrench. Once you break it free, you can just go in with your fingers and twist it off. Shield out, put them to the side, and we'll repeat the same process with the PB Blaster. Cool. And since you're already up here, it's just easier to disconnect the O2 sensors. I'll move it to the side real quick, and then we'll use our O2 sensor remover. We'll just break that free. And we just pull it out. Next step is we're going to take off these 12mm bolts. There's 4 of them around there. I just try to break them free. I'm just using a 1/4 inch with the 12 on it, just because there's no room in here. There's a 12mm nut in the back. Your best option is just to go through the top right here. I'm using the 1/4 inch again with an extension. Our next step is we're going to remove the exhaust pipe right here. They're 19s. Next, we'll take out this bolt. Now that you have more space, where you take it off from the clip, I would recommend just taking it off from here. I have a 22 wrench. It's already twisted up, I just put it to the side. I use an extension, pretty long one, and a swivel 12. There we go. And then we'll just take off the O2 sensor while it's already up. 2-on-2.
Look at that beauty.
There we go.
Made in the USA.
You don't know nothing about 2-on-2.
Made in the USA.
We're going back into this. This is the new NGT
You may
downpipe.
or may not want to put the O2 sensor on now. Just
No, I don't. No. So, just let me do my videos, bro. Fuck. We're using the stock gasket for the turbo, and then I'm actually just gonna place it right here for now, and I'll put the bolts on top, just because getting to these 2 bottom ones is gonna be a hassle for now. The reinstall process is pretty simple. It's actually a lot more easier since there's more room in here, now that it doesn't have a cap. We had to cut this shield off, just because it wasn't letting it sit properly due to this bracket. There you go, that's all you need. Boom. You connect it right here. back into it, and then back onto the little bracket it holds. So we're reconnecting the O2 sensors at the bottom now. Just give it a tight squeeze. That's all you need. Boom. Same with this side. It's already in place on that one. Now I just gotta put on the secondaries, the pipe back on, and should be ready to go.
So these are your Renflex gaskets. These are your standard like multi-layer steel gasket. So there's quite a size difference there. We usually recommend these going from the primaries to the secondaries, or like on Gen Coupes going from the O2 housing to the downpipe, because usually there's a decent gap there. So the Renflex gasket will eat up that extra gap and make sure it seals perfectly. Sometimes using these, if it's not perfect seal, you'll get a slight exhaust leak. So when able, this is what we recommend. Stay tuned, folks. We have a video coming up, and it has to do with Buddy the Elf, but in this case is Buddy el Elfo.